I want a legendary, and a sacred shard is going to help me achieve that. You get one every 30 days from your monthly quests, but I can't wait that long. I need a legendary now. So let's get into it. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another free to play. So, bringing you in, what we're talking about today is obviously sacred shards and where to get them if you are searching for them for free. This is a free to play series, obviously. Episode, I think it's like 22 or 23 at the moment. If you haven't caught any of the previous episodes, make sure you do. There's a playlist which I'll link there. You can go and follow all the videos there from the start to finish for 2023. So let's jump into it. We've got 2 sacred shards that I'm going to be getting today, 2 for free. So you've got your missions here, which I've been working so hard towards. I've been completing all my missions so far. My last mission is that I just need to fuse Justicar. And the last other quest, or challenge, that I've got to do as well is the dungeons. I've got to clear stage 13 of the Magic Keep on auto. So the thing I've been finding really hard about the Magic Keep is, firstly, it being available when I want to do it. That's funnily enough because they rotate every day. But also as well, her shield is really, really strong. So I've actually was really lucky to pull Genbo from I think it's the Amazon gaming thing that you need to do. So if you haven't already seen my video on that, the Genbo pull, make sure you go have a look at that one. This one here, so his abilities, he's A1, he has a 30% chance of stealing 1 random buff from the target. So for me, what I need to do is I need to get him into my Magic Keep team and have him steal the shield off the boss there at the end. So let's see if we can make that happen. I've also got some ancient shards there and as well, and a mortal soul stone. One other thing I was really lucky about doing today, and I think it may still even be in my shop, is I was able to get a Genbo soul. So what we're going to do is we're going to chuck a awakening into him, which is really cool. Luckily I remembered about that. And I'll chuck a blessing on him. I'm probably going to go with cruelty. This lowers the defense of the enemy when you attack them. I'm just thinking about everything else. He doesn't use really any of these other ones each round. That might be useful. Ignores 1% defense for every 50 levels. So he's only really going to ignore 1% defense, which is really not that helpful. What does cruelty give us here? Yeah, I think I'm going to go with cruelty. So it lowers it by a certain amount, up to 10% or 5% for bosses. So let's chuck that on him. I think cruelty is the best one for him, for just any damage dealing epic. You see my gear, this is what I've got so far for him. I built him out with 179 speed. He only needs 70 crit rate, so you don't build him up with anything more than that. I've got him 132 crit damage and a little bit of accuracy. This could probably use a bit more of a buff for what I'm trying to use him for right now, which is stealing the shield off the Magic Keep boss. I've also built him out with Instinct, which gives me plus 12 speed and also as well ignores 20% defense, and crit rate, just so I can get his crit rate up, because I've got him in crit rate damage gloves. And I started ascending those, but I really don't want to take flat stats that much further. So HP chest, crit damage gauntlets, speed boots, defense, obviously this is just like crit rate, speed, accuracy, speed, a bit of resist, crit rate, crit damage, and resist. Attack on there as well. I'm probably lacking a little bit in the attack department. That's got a nice 10% there. He's 1700. He's only level 50, so his scaling's not going to be that hard. But let's use Genbo in the Magic Keep. So let's get to that. So we need stage 13. That's kind of a little bit of a spoiler, but I'll show you that in a second. Let's do this team here. I think that's pretty good. Speed in. Oh, we don't want arena battles. Let's do attack in all battles. Yep. Let's go. See if we can do this. So I need to do it on auto. I can't do any of the manualing on this. So I'm going to take my mouse off the screen there. But we'll see. Really good first wave there with War Maiden dropping defense and Cal coming in with a smack. Genbo coming in there. Nice cleanup. Awesome. This is looking good so far. We just need to make sure that Genbo starts targeting her and stealing the shield, which he's just done, which is perfect. Look at that shield on Genbo right now. Obviously, she just comes back in because she has an ability there where she can just replace the shield there with her magic shield on a 3-turn cooldown. I really need Genbo to come in here and steal it again, because as you can see, it's actually affecting the life steal on my Kale and my Rhonda, and he steals it again. He's an amazing champion for this keep. I'm really, really happy with him. And this should just be a breeze. Look, I'm just going to cruise on through this. Ronda's going to come and clean up. Genbo's going to come in here. And look at that, smack, smack, done. So, if I go to my Bastion now, that's the stage 13 of this complete. We get some extra potions, and I collect my Sacred Shard. Alright, the last one that I have to do to get 2 Sacred Shards was do a fusion here and get Chustakar. So I prepared some level 30 champions here. Each of these champions here, which I've just gathered from campaign, and I'll fuse him. 200k, no worries. Thank you very much. Nice little Chustakar there. He's a Void rare champion, which is pretty cool. I don't think he actually does anything particularly interesting. A Provoke there, which is not too bad. When this champion is hit with a critical hit, counterattacks using the default skill and decreases the duration of buffs by 1 turn. Okay, so that's quite interesting as well, because you could maybe use him in the arena, defense there, where if you're getting hit, he counterattacks and takes some of the buffs off as well. I don't know if I would use him. I'm probably just going to be saving him for the Relic Keeper mission, which is way later down the track. So we'll collect this here. We'll collect my Sacred Shard. Thank you very much. And I think later down this part here, if I just scroll all the way to the end, I have to fuse Relic Keeper there. So I'm just going to keep my what's he called? Chustakar. I'm just going to keep him in my back pocket somewhere. Let's just throw him into the vault that I've been keeping. Don't look at my little Death Knight Horde collection at the moment. I actually do have enough food to make the first 5-star that I pull. Whether that's I hope it's a legendary out of these Sacred Shards that I've got going on, and these Ancient Shards. I'm really hoping that I get enough there that I can pull that and I get a legendary and I can level them up straight away to 60. Obviously I need to level them up to 50 first, but that's okay. I'm just going to collect these up here, nice little juicy bits of extra little pieces there, and I'll take that energy there too. So, alright, let's start off. We've got 3 Ancient Shards. Actually, first before I'm going to do that, let's talk about the champions that I pulled while I haven't been on camera. So, I've got Shinesha, which I pulled in the last Ancient Shard video. Lorne the Cutter, which he's an interesting one there that I saw Ash from Raid Shadow Legends build out, and he used this guy for as a damage dealer for his, where he pulls a certain amount of shards, and I'll actually link this video down below, but he pulls a certain amount of shards and builds them up to 60 and then runs a team with them. Well, Lorne the Cutter was one that he actually pulled, and I've really liked Lorne because of the leech debuff and the heal reduction that he's got on his A3. This is really important for me to come through and kill the Spirit Keep boss there, because she heals 50% per turn, so she heals herself way back up to full, whereas Lorne the Cutter just cut that, obviously, just stop that healing altogether, which he was really kind of handy. Don't think I'll build him out much further than what I've already got him in. I think level 40 would do well. Maybe level 50, I might level him up to 50. Another champion that I pulled was Vrask. I'm saying his name wrong. Vrask, how do you say it? He's one of the strongest healers, passive healers in the game. So he's got a passive here where it heals, if you're unascended, it heals this champion by 10% of the max HP whenever they inflict a crit. So I built him out here with, it's like 80 crit. I need to get that to 100 in order to effectively have that going for him. And his speed is a little bit low there too. So what I've really built him up with is high HP as I can. For level 40, 26k is actually pretty good. If you ascend him up, he gets this here where he heals all allies by 10% of this champion's max HP. So you build him up with a lot of crit, a lot of HP, and he starts healing your allies by every time he inflicts a critical hit, which if you build him with 100% crit rate, that's going to happen every time unless it's a weak hit or anything like that. So he's one of the best passive healers, I think, in the game, and he's another really interesting champion that I pulled. So he's also for consideration if I don't pull anything interesting. Genbo too, like he probably is another champion there that I'm considering getting to level 60. It's just though that I've already got Kale and Rhonda as my level 60s, and Haikatoon now too, but she's obviously, she's 6-starred, she's not level 60 yet. I haven't got any masteries on her just yet. I want to obviously get her down here to War Master as soon as I can. But Genbo is probably... I don't want to level up another damage dealer. I need some more utility or just something else to my team. I really, really, really would like a support champion. And Vrask does that well because he brings those extra heals. If he had like removes debuffs or something like that in his kit as well, I think he would be my instant next 60. But that's kind of what I'm after. So let's pull these Sacred Shards and let's kind of get into this. So, no, I'm gonna treat you guys. I was gonna go with the Ancient Shards first. Let's do the Sacred Shards. Come on. Let's do one. It's purple. It's a husk. Wow. Okay. Alright, so this champion here has an absolute smacking of ability on his A2, where its damage inflicted is proportional to the enemy max HP. He's really, really, really strong against Hydra Clan boss. And as well, he is just based off like attack. You can see he's also got a provoke there on his A1, which is really nice for the Hydra head there where you need to provoke it. And he just deals an insane amount of damage with this ability here as well. Comes down to a 4-turn cooldown. You chuck him in things like Relentless, he's going to keep proccing those hits over and over again. And he just deals a lot of damage based off that enemy max HP. So he's a really interesting champion, as you can see. Yeah, Demon Lord as well. I'm surprised, yeah, 4.8 on Hydra because it hits all enemies and it's based off each of their max HP. So really interesting champion there that I pulled. He's probably one that will sit on my account for a little while and not be touched just for a little bit, but will come back later into my Hydra Clan Boss team when I start building that out a little bit further. Right now, my main focus is on Clan Boss and Demon Lord and making sure I progress a little bit further in that. Okay, I'm going to pull the 3 Ancient Shards first just to see kind of what we get from these. And then we'll chuck that last one in there. Another Muck Stalker, he's here got the sleep on the A2, which is really nice for Sand Devil Necropolis. I don't really want to farm that anytime soon, so I'm just not gonna really worry about him. I don't really need Ascension Artifact Ascension on my abilities just yet. Got a Master Butcher here, who's he's got a really interesting passive here, which is really kind of funny for Arena. When you take damage, you heal all allies equal to the amount taken. So, really nice there to kind of counter an AoE damage attack like kind of team. Let's check our last Ancient Shard here. Another blue champion. Got Halberta. Places a weak on his A1. Absolute smack of an A2, which ignores shield and block damage buffs. And increases crit damage by 40%. That's quite interesting. I don't know why they just didn't have him with like 90% crit rate, but crit damage, but that's okay. All right, this last Ancient Shard. I really want something good. Please give me a support champion, which is going to help me go through these next stages of dungeons. It's another purple. It's a Hellgazer. So she's actually the one you verse in stage, I think it's 12-3. She's the one that kind of stuns you there. You removes all debuffs from this champion. I wanted a champion that does this for the whole team and increases the attack by 1 and grants an extra turn. Then the Manal Lightning, or Malign Lightning, it's a hard word to say, attacks all enemies and then each crit fills this turn meter by 10%. So you get 40% heal, or 40% turn meter, sorry, every time you hit all 4 enemies there with a critical hit. And then decreased defense, which is not too bad for Demon Lord. Though, yeah, it's kind of looking... It's interesting. Arena offense, it's quite interesting. Yes, so nothing great, and I really can't expect it. I didn't pull during a ×2. I didn't pull during a targeted event, anything like that. I'm really actually quite silly pulling in this, like, this no event type time at the moment. Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Probably got another week or so before that happens. So I probably should have waited for that. I'm going to be getting all these offers now to try and boost up my champions, but I don't want to do that. So yeah, I probably shouldn't have pulled all my shards then, but you know what? It's for the content. Got one more Immortal Soulstone here, which I'll pull for you guys as well. Let's have a look. It's a legendary. It's Lady Kimmy, 2-star. That's really quite funny, and that would have been perfect if I pulled her too. Probably should have actually done that first. I'm going to keep her because I really want to, you know, if I get a Lady Kimmy on this account, I'm set. And she's a really nice arena champion as well. If you don't know what Lady Kimmy does, let's have a look. Lady Kimmy, really fast base speed, 115. Amazing base speed. She's also got their 30% speed in Doom Tower too. A lot of turn meter stuff like block buffs, increase accuracy, increase speed, decrease accuracy, decrease speed, and then some more turn meter stuff on this as well. So she's a really kind of nice utility champion there, which is really useful for arena and also faction wars there too. So yeah, really quite happy with that Soul Stone pull, which is really cool. I think in terms of my next 60, I'm probably going to be leaning towards probably Genbo here. I would like to get Armiger actually up as well, because he's a really nice... he's a good damage dealer because of his any max HP on his A2. He also has a block revive in there as well, which is really nice for Ice Golem. And then as well, he's got his decreased turn meter here by 30% if this attack is a crit. So I built him out with... I really need to get my crit rate up on all of my champions there. It's 84%. It really needs to be a lot higher. But yeah, I've built him up with as much damage as I can. Probably need to put him in a crit rate percent. Probably this one here. I did try and get some defense and accuracy. I am lacking a bit of accuracy on this champion because level 15 and above, I'm going to be struggling to hit that decreased turn meter when I can. So I'm maybe going to have a bit of a think as to who I want to level up. You guys let me know down in the comments below who you think I should be leveling up to my next 50. I'm probably just going to be holding off for a minute. I'll just keep stacking up my food. As you can see here, I've just got my hordes here of Death Knights. I've just been saving as much food as I can. I've got a Boltsmith in here too, which I'll be looking to feed over. I'm going to be getting rid of Castigator. He was a really great champion here who I've really enjoyed having on the team. His equalize on HP on his A2, but Shinesha does that but better on her A3, and that comes down to a 5-turn cooldown, and she brings the HP up to the highest HP ally. So she does this better, I think, than Castigator does anyway, so I'm really kind of glad to get rid of him. Well, not glad to get rid of him. I think that he can just be easily replaced by someone like Shinesha, and it's probably a little bit of a waste to take him to 50, but I didn't know that I was going to get a HP equalizer in the first place anyway. So you guys let me know down below what you're thinking. I really like that I pulled Husk. As I said, he's a really awesome enemy max HP champion here for Hydra, and also probably Demon Lord as well. I'm kind of interested to take him into that. He is a champion there that I probably have a little bit more of a think about before I take or invest anything else into him. Vrask is kind of at the top of my list. Armiger as well, and Genbo too. So 1, 2, 3 are kind of at the top of my list. Lorne the Cutter brings a little bit of utility with that leech and the heal reduction. Other than that, he hits 3 times and heals himself, and also has some turn meter steal here, which would be really nice for kind of like Spider or something like that, where you need like a little bit more of that turn meter steal. So those are kind of what I'm thinking. Let me just come into my vault here just to make sure I'm not missing anyone. Let's take out these 2 here. Let's have a quick look at these epics that I've got. Golden Reaper, I just really wasn't too impressed with her. She's got the decreased cooldown of a skill. She's got here, so it's the ally skill, okay? So she kind of comes in handy there when you want someone to kind of really ring off their skills every so often. Also increased speed and turn meter fill. Haikatoon does that exact thing. But she obviously doesn't feel it as much, which is really interesting. Golden Reaper does it by 30%. Boost turn meter by 20% compared to 15%. And then on her A3, she's got a decrease attack and more turn meter reduction. So I'm not too impressed by her. I know I've already said that before. Deathless, she just looked like a fun arena champion where she's kind of placing more debuffs and doing more damage the more kind of allies are dead on your team. So you just kind of chuck her into an arena defense team there with a bunch of food champions. She gets one shot and she's like a slow kind of go second kind of nuker type ability there. But anyway, you guys let me know down below in the comments who you think I should level up to my next 60. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode here today. I've wasted obviously a little few resources there by not pulling when the portal was glowing. But at the end of the day, I'm here for the content. I'm not here to try and... I know obviously it would make the content better if I pulled during the better times. But I'm going to keep doing what I like doing. I like pulling shards for the video when I've got them available. So I'm going to keep doing that. So if you guys have enjoyed this, as I said, leave a like and a subscribe. And if you are wanting to give me some advice on who I should level up to 60 next, just leave a comment down below. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.